One of the brand we work with, we took the product for $50,000. We grow the brand for $546,000 a month in a 3.5 months actually. Within a 3.5 months, we did like a 11x actually on that product, literally.
And that's insane. Wait, so just say those numbers again. In 3 months, you took them from where to where?
Like $50,000 to $546,000 actually a month. I'm talking about, and so, they are the top selling. Yeah,
insane.
That's pretty cool.
E-commerce is the greatest business opportunity of our generation.
What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Ecom Unlimited podcast. It's your boy Kaj back in the virtual studios with my co-host Josh.
What's going on, everybody?
And today our guest is someone that I am very, very excited to have a conversation with, Colin Raja. But before we get into Colin's background, I did want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, and that is SellerSnap. You guys have heard us talk about SellerSnap before. They are our repricer of choice. Having their AI in your business is an absolute must. Gets you in the buy box longer, prevents price wars, increases profit, and which was really cool in Miami Sellers Conference, which I think we talked about in the last episode, we were able to meet the team in person, which was super dope. So shout out to SellerSnap. And now, Colin, again, thanks for your time. I know you're a globetrotter. Since I've been following you on Instagram, I feel like you're on a different side of the globe every time I look at your story. Where are you at right now?
I'm in Mexico right now. So I was speaking in Camp Ecom. So yeah, I just decided to explore a little bit Mexico. That's what I'm at right this point. And thanks for having me, man. You guys have like an amazing energy all the time. From the first day I met you guys, it was amazing to be part of your. I hope you're going to extract as much as value I can able to provide here. I'm happy to share everything what I learned so far.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. We have a lot to learn from you. Well, it's kind of funny. So speaking on the traveling topic, right? So you got connected with Jake and Jonah in Colombia, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and so
that's
Jonah's
we
a mutual
connected,
friend.
and then we went. Jake was some mutual friend of one of my friend. And Jonah was like a Jake friend. So when we joined together, so basically I was like, it was a small mastermind what they're putting together. And I had a DJ session on both, like a yacht DJ, what we're doing as a plan, as an event. They invited me to DJ there. And Jonathan and I think 1000 Asons guy, right? What's the guy? Dan?
Dan.
And everybody. And I told Jake that I can DJ in their mastermind. So everybody thought I'm a DJ. So everyone was like thinking, okay, there's a DJ, live DJ is coming up. Actually, they didn't thought that I was a seller. And I also manage like a big accounts actually. So they didn't realize that. And then after that, they get to know me, and then we would start talking about all the strategies and everything. That's where I connected with like a Corey. And the Corey, one of my mutual friend was like, John was messaging me, hey, do you mind if I connect with the Corey? Because, they want to put you in like in the group. So that's how it's a long, there's a lot of mutual friends involved in this connection, actually. That was amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Really, really dope. So take me back to the beginning of your e-commerce journey, right? Just for the sake of the listener. So how did you find out about e-commerce, selling on Amazon, doing other things online?
That was a crazy. I'm not sure if I ever shared this one with you guys actually. So my background is like I came from like very, very poor background. So I'm not a very great book student. 100%, I fail all the tests. Most of the time cheat and then like pass the test. Most of the times, right? That's all I had to do. I have to come up with a different way to pass the test. But still, I studied in like a top engineering college in India. Like a very top 10 engineering college with the lowest score ever in my high school. It was crazy. Like my life was a miracle. I always believe in like there is something, someone is above me who guide me to take me to where I am right now. It's a very gift to be with you guys. It's like I never even imagined that my life is here. So one of the big story I can tell you. So whenever I go through my airport, my dad driving the bike, I lift myself up, see the airlines, like going, oh my God, one day I'm gonna fly there. It happens when I was 23. So that was so funny, right? So when I had a crazy good career. I was a software developer. I moved from India to US for a developer. And 2000, one point of time, what happened is in Thanksgiving, I was taking my ex to a road trip. What happened is I lost my job. So I couldn't find job for 3.5 months actually. So at that
Wow.
point, my one of the Godfather gave me the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad book, Robert Kiyosaki, and I find whatever I've done in my life, it's like super fucking wrong. So I have to rewrite every single thing, and I think about it exactly at the same time. I lost the job. 3.5 months, I couldn't find a job. Then I got into like an amazing vice president of Bank of America. I have a good team and everything. So one thing is stuck. The pain of going through that 3.5 months is like not going to have a job, not going to survive in my life, how my girl is going to think about me, what the family is going to think about me, and everything hit me super hard, and I don't want to go through that ever in my life. So, and I decide, okay, I told them like, hey, Robert Kiyosaki introducing a mat, which is like amazing selling machine. Now they're coming up, and I was like, no, I'm not going to buy the product for $5,000. I was super cheap, like, but I know how to do it. I'm going to do it. So I spent close to 19 hours a day from my 9 to 5 job. And after that, I spend close to, after 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 7 o'clock when I come back home, I spend close to 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning trying to figure out what the f is actually. So in 18 months, I made my first million in the private label. So, and then after that, I started growing, and I asked my ex to come on the business, to part of it, because she is going through some kind of challenge in their job. So, and after that, we started growing. From the very beginning, what I have seen, the Amazon is like, since I was a data scientist and also software developer, I change my profile every time. I'm a data scientist, I'm a data analyst, business analyst, product developer, like a developer. Depends on what opportunity I have. I change my resume, I send it to my resumes like crazy. So because I have this profile, so I seen the Amazon as a data component of it, not just a product just be launching without no sense actually. So in 2016 or 17, I understand Amazon, what does it looks like, how we can able to scale. So we were on trend to go to like 8-figure. That's where we were hit up there actually at that point. Yeah, man. After that, I started the amazing journey in terms of like one point of time, my friend was like going through the same issues, like what I'm going through, a depression side of it. I helped him and then add like a $10,000 a day on his business. And I started one thing called, write it down, everything called something called list and shit list actually. One of my shit lists is like, one of my shit lists is like public speaking. I'm very bad in public speaking. I was like very struggled to speak. Because 15, 16 years ago, I don't even speak English. I learned English by listening to Friends season actually. So I took a challenge of like, I'm going to do this. I did 50 podcasts. I did like a multiple conference. I'm speaking in multiple conferences just to educate people about, don't take Amazon as a regular, everyone else actually take this as a data. So then you create hack and tricks, not you're following hack and tricks, what's available in the market. That's a long story. Yeah, that's what I'm at.
Yeah, that's an incredible story. So, and just for context, what year was it when you first started selling on Amazon?
2014.
2014. And you started directly with private label.
It's crazy story, man. I want to start a private label, but I don't know how. There's no way. I'm the first businessman in my family. I don't know anything about it. So what I found out is like somewhere in clearance and online, they're selling a foldable water bottle, right? So it's 70 cents each bottle. No, no, it's like 30 cents or something each bottle. So I bought like I bought like $1,000 worth of bottle. Like, no, first initially $100 worth of bottle, and I pack it into 3 packs and make my own label, put it up, and I started doing it in eBay actually. And I made $1,000 out of it, selling it for $29.99. So it was amazing. I didn't even expect that cost. And after that, so one of my friends told me, hey, there is something, you should launch an Amazon. And I was like, oh, Amazon, it's so much fees, actually. They take 30% of cost. Oh, they also charge like crazy amount of money in PPC. And they take like Amazon FBA and a whole bunch of things. And I'm like, okay, I don't have anything to lose. If anything that I'm gonna get, anything that I'm gonna lose, it's like a win. Is that only thing I'm gonna lose, which I don't have already. So I would rather take a chance to get a win to thinking about that I'm going to lose it actually, right? So I decided like jump into Amazon FBA, run a small ad, and I started selling like every batch. I was making like $1,000 to $3,000. And I was like, what the f is happening? I have no idea. So whatever works, repeat the same thing over and over again. Actually, I did made like close to 10, 15 grand. One point of time, I decided, okay, all right, you know what? I have to change into regular product. Well, because I got better exposure of more data. And I found, okay, we need to launch the product, actually a different product. So we launched a different product. At that point, that's where it start a big race actually at that point.
Incredible. So there's so many different directions I want to go with this, but there's the private label side of things. And now you have essentially an agency as well, where you manage accounts for larger brands too, correct?
Yes, that's correct. So no, we don't do like a traditional brand management actually. We want to do like a growth management. So the growth management, how we do it is basically, if we see the opportunity, we tell them that, okay, you guys gonna do the same thing, whatever the brand is doing. What we focusing on is like, okay, let's say that they're doing 100 sales a good, but they're doing a pay per play model, which is like they're paying PPC and then they're not organically ranked anywhere and they don't know how to rank it, or their sales was like really good and they went down like crazy. They have no idea what happened. We can able to break it down into small pieces and find out why they are not winning, and we can able to pivot the brand to in a better shape actually.
And so those clients that you work with on the growth side, do they pay you a retainer? Do you get a revenue split? Are you selling the products yourself wholesale, or are you just helping manage their selling account?
No, we just literally like managing their accounts in terms of like a growth side. We don't do like a typical PPC management. We tell them what they need to do for a PPC manage, or refer them to a better agency for a PPCs. So we focus on launch PPC. We focus on literally like, okay, how can I help you to grow this one in a multiples? So for example, one of the brand we work with, we took the product for $50,000. We grow the brand for $546,000 a month in a 300 months actually. Within a 300 months, we did like a 11x actually on that product, literally.
And that's insane. Wait, so just say those numbers again. In 3 months, you took them from where to where?
Like $50,000 to $546,000 actually a month. I'm talking about, and so, they are the top selling. Yeah,
insane.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so wait, let's focus on that a little bit. And Josh, if you have questions, sure, feel free to chime in. But because I think this will be really eye-opening for a lot of our listeners, and eye-opening for me when you presented in the Wholesale Network Mastermind and just went over back-end stuff. Because for us, like, we buy products from brands. We're doing what Jonah's doing. We buy products from brands, we sell them on our account, but then we also help them with listing optimization and PPC. And I'm like, okay, we have some brands that are selling kind of in that range. And I mean, if we could figure out how to get these brands to go from, even if it's not 50K a month to 500K a month, even just, 50 to 100 to 150, like that unlock, that can be life-changing money for people.
Yeah.
So like,
we done for multiple brands like that. We done it for 3X, 4X, super easy actually. But as long as there is a potential on that, we would solidly able to take a See, this is how I see the potential, right? If your product was like, if your competitor was like doing like 10K, 30K, 20K units actually, and you were like doing like 100 units a month or 200 units a month, I see the potential for me actually at that point. Right. So if your product has like a higher review and your competitor was like a lower review, and then they coming and then making like a 4,000 to 5,000 sales, we literally can able to get you like a 2,000 and above sales actually. But because if it's a matter of fact that optimizing towards what they have done, and we can able to backtrack, find out what exactly they have done, what keyword they focused on, and how they build the momentum, and how we can able to build the same momentum for our listing actually.
Very cool.
Yes. So what are the main levers that you look to pull, just like at a very high level before we get into the weeds, right? And this is again for us, but also for someone who's like, also speak about it in a way for someone who's newer to listing optimization, who hasn't done listing optimization before, hasn't done PPC. Like at a high level, what are the things that you're looking for to change to get that growth?
100%. So first thing first, your product has to be like a little bit of like a differentiation is required. If your product is like one among the 30 people and you don't even know this is your brand, actually, when you're searching for it, it's very difficult. You have a major potential pay and play role where you're going to spend large amount of money where you're not able to sell the product very well, actually. That's the first thing first. How could you differentiate? For example, take a magnesium, right? Magnesium is like a common product what you could have, but magnesium can be sold in a 5 different way. Can be a sleep or body sore or woman supplement or science-based supplement, right? Or what you can, or you can also make it like an athletic support supplements actually as well. So if you go in like a sleep, it's only sell between $15 to $19. If you go for a woman, it's like $35 to $45. If you go for science based, it go for $55 to $75. If you go for athletic, it's even like much bigger actually. So what kind of audience you want to serve it for? Basically. So we check your niche in like a very narrow down, in terms of, instead of narrow down, you go for like a wider. For example, one of the product I was seeing recently, they listed for product for a baby and also pet usage actually. And I'm like, if I'm a dad, if I'm seeing the product as like a, you can use it for babies and also pet, and I'm like, what would you think emotionally actually? Right? You would be like thinking, am I going to use the same thing for my pet and also for a kid? So instead of it, you can determine based on the keyword, how many keywords you have for pet, how many keywords you have for dog. Like then you create a 2 listing if you want to create a 2 different packaging that one. That's the second thing. You personalize your listing. Is it the listing is like, can you able to personalize? Of course, not a lot of listing can be personalized. For example, if you're selling garlic press, it's a garlic press. You're saying if you're putting for stainless steel, yes. But I'm talking about like even the garlic press can be like a, if I have like a professional users who are using the garlic press, I have a set of keywords that if I have a set of keyword, 5,000 set of keywords that are available, search volume keywords is available for a garlic press professional, then I focus on a garlic professional. Well, because not all the people, the professional people, they know, they look for things in a different way actually than the normal people, right? So and also the gift buyers, and also somebody who is like not a professional, but they want the top quality for the house, they can also get adapt to that product. So focus on a one narrow down audience will help you to expand much better and control your pricing in much better way. Find out based on the keyword if you have ability to narrow down this personalized audience actually for you as a second thing, right? Third one, it's images actually. I mean, you already have the images, you already have a competitor, and you can be able to find out like, okay, all right, is it, if I run a polling on these 5 products, right, is it my product is winning? It's super, like, it's like what in my culture they called like, hey, if you have a wound in your hand, you don't need a mirror for it. Right? You have a wound in your hand. You can just look up. You don't have to look at, show the wound in the mirror and then look up that one information. So it's like a super no brainer for you to test, okay, am I winning actually? If 100 people I'm getting, how many people like my product? If they're not liking it, how can I make sure that they like the product actually, right? So that's the fourth one. The fifth one, the most important, do you have enough keyword for the listing? Do you have a minimum 3 to 4 browse keyword, a minimum 30 to 40 purchase keywords for the product? I mean, let me explain you what is a purchase and browse keyword. If for right now, we can simple, which is like if somebody was like no idea about the product, they just coming and looking for it, right? That comes like a browse keyword. If somebody know exactly what they want, right, and that's considered to be like a purchase keyword. The both are like a different, it converts, a change in the conversion. So if you don't have these 5 level of data which you can measure on your listing, you probably like gonna waste your time on putting up your listing and look for a fluke to get your product to be in a better place, and you end up in like there are people there, they launch 10 products a month, they run same script and they pick 1 or 2 products, works out, they double up on what they did actually, literally, because of the market, and then after that they destroy the 8 products completely and they go back to the next 10 product. I mean, if you want to run a business out of fluke, you be my guest actually, for sure. For me, I want to determine everything as a data, and I want everything to be determined in a way that, okay, can I have like a 50% minimum success on this product? If yes, then I could go the invest for it.
Yeah. So you're what? So wait, I'm going to try and say back to you the things that you said. I think I missed the first one, but I know. So it's images, and I know you said you use a website like Product Opinions, right? To
Yes.
test and see if customers like one image versus another one. So images are important. Knowing the specific buyer. So not just making a general listing, but like, is it a professional buyer? Am I looking for, someone who's looking for the best cost or someone who's looking for luxury? So images, buyer, also knowing that you have enough keywords in the browse keywords versus the purchase keywords. And then what's the ones that I'm missing?
Browse keywords, purchase keywords, images, personalized. I think you got everything.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think you got everything. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Is there a specific software that you use to find and go find these keywords?
Oh no, Helium 10. You can use Helium 10.
Okay.
Helium 10 requires a little bit of work. If you want to be easy, you can use Data Dive. So Data Dive, you load it. You can niche analysis. You can find like a bunch of keywords on that particular niche and why somebody's winning and why you can find out like a 10 competitor, and you can find out like if that guy is making 10,000 sales, and you can back it up by the keyword saying that, okay, they rank for 100,500 keywords, and that's why they were able to sell this much units actually. And the second one is like, okay, the other guy is selling rank for like 200 keywords, so that's why they're able to make like 1,000 to 2,000 sales. If the fourth guy would be like, oh, they're doing only like a 50 or 50 keywords, that's why they're selling like a 500 units a month. So then you can able to determine where you want to be. Do you want to rank for 500 keywords? Yes, it's possible. Do you want to rank for just a 50 keywords to get like a 500 sales? Then that determines your goal. The goal is with the action of like, hey, I can make 500 sales by rank for 50 keywords actually. So then your goal is like, okay, 50 keywords I need to rank, how much I'm going to spend actually on that one. So you divide it into multiple pieces, small pieces. So rank 10 keywords, 5 faces, then you make like a 500 sales actually on that one.
When you look at keywords, is there a certain threshold of keyword searches or volume that keyword gets that you really like don't go below? Like if it's like 200, if people are searching for it 200 times, are you like, like don't really worry about that? Is it like, or what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so it's interesting how we trained on this phrase actually. So we don't ever go for like even 0 search volume keyword. We don't go for it because it's not worth it. But the current model doesn't work like that. The current model, how it works is, if it's Joshua, Joshua, how do I describe Joshua? A person who's tall, who's fair skinned, and who's white, or he lives in like whatever place. If I rank for 5 keywords, I can rank for Joshua.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
So that resembles Joshua actually. So even if I say who is working on wholesale network, right, in a podcast, if we have like a 1 search volume, but still it's going to support my rank for Joshua actually at that point. If not, you don't have the supportive keywords to rank for the top keyword at all. So most of the time right now, we run a multiple tests when we do like a crazy amount of tests all the time. So this is what we found out. So we did a test with like a 0 search volume. 0 search volume, which means not 0 search volume. 0 search volume means it's like a 0 search volume for that moment actually. So those keywords appears long time ago, so that doesn't appears anymore. So it's like it can appears in the future, but it may not appears. But it's still a contextual keyword actually. Right? When you rank for those keywords, so we rank for like a 0 search volume keywords, we automatically rank for like a 1 level above contextual keyword. For example, let's say I want to rank for garlic press, so stainless steel garlic press. I take any keywords which like which is like belongs to like stainless steel garlic press, combination of these 3 words, like 4th word, 5th word combined to it. If I rank for all these 4 words, 3 words combined to supporting this keyword, I can able to rank for stainless steel garlic press completely.
Gotcha.
So what is important right now? Are we focusing on? So the point is, you draft the plan, focus on taking the higher purchase intent keyword to move your browse keywords in a different place. And let's say that your higher purchase intent, your browse keyword has like a 200 keywords, you divide it into nest actually. A nest of a purchase keyword versus the purchase keywords of the nested purchase keywords. So when you have that information, so you're like batch by batch, you're moving in the right direction actually.
Interesting. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, I have to think about that for a second before I have anything else to say.
No, put it in a tree. Put it in a tree format, right? You have a major tree is there, like your root is there, your major is there, and it's divided into 2 formats. Stainless steel garlic press, it's divided into 2 actually, which is like stainless steel garlic plus, plastic garlic plus. Under that, there is like a multiple divisions, right? And under each division, you can have like a multiple divisions. And under each divisions multiplies into multiple divisions actually. So if you rank for these underlying keywords, you rank for this keyword. If you rank for these 4 keywords, you rank on this keyword actually. So it goes on the top level, like a tree segment completely. Yeah, so it's a, yeah, you need to make it like a tree structure behavior. Then you can able to be easily like, okay, all right, if I rank for these 4 keywords, I rank for the top keyword. If I rank for those keywords, I rank for the top keywords. So that's how the structure goes actually.
I like that analogy a lot. And for people who are just listening and couldn't see that, I definitely recommend go back to kind of see how Colin was explaining that. But so you're saying you work from like the bottom up, not from the top
bottom
down.
Up. Yeah, that approach does not work anymore.
Because that approach used to work, going top down.
Amazingly work.
Okay, and this is the change in the algorithm.
Change in the algorithm right now.
I see. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, my head is spinning, and I feel like my head's been, whenever I think about keywords, my head's been spinning since that presentation you gave in the mastermind. But so I guess maybe an implementation question. So when you guys are doing your keyword research, do you like aggregate all those keywords and actually kind of make those different nodes and like almost graph it out so that way you know which keywords are nested under which browse terms?
You could. Okay. Yeah, we literally look for, so for example, right? Let's put up like a realistic example. So I told you three people who ranked for 1,000. Other one was like a 200. Other one was 50. So if you rank for 50 keyword, you can rank for 500 sales. Actually, you can make 500 sales a month, right? So then I take all the 50 and then I go into each and every keyword, look for what are the supportive keywords I need to have to rank for this, for the top one keyword. So I divide 50 keyword into like another 5 layers actually. So each and every keyword, let's say you have like about, I don't take any keyword below 500 search volume as a structure towards it. Or because 500 search volume keyword, you just need like a 1 or 2 clicks, you can able to get ranked for it. You don't have to go crazy. But when it comes to 50,000 search volume, you probably need like 100 clicks to go and then get the ranking going actually. So you don't focus on the 50,000, you focus on 1,000, which moves the 50,000 keywords to the top actually automatically. So the level of game what we're playing right now, it's like you can still do it. You can still like take your 50,000 search volume keyword and give like 100 clicks. You can able to rank for it. Underline one situation is like if your underline keywords are able to rank for the top 50 keyword, 50,000 search volume keyword. But that's not always happen actually. You need to be individually take care of those keywords actually. So that's what I call, this is not a product launch anymore. It's a keyword launch. So then what I would do is like basically, okay, the 50 keywords there, what are the underlying keywords I need to rank for? Or if the 50 keywords are anything that underlying keyword exists inside the 50 keywords itself, I group it down into batches actually at that point, 10 keywords. So then I focus on one batch, rank for it. I one batch, rank for it. I one batch, I rank for it. Then I will know that on my top layer, it's automatically get ranked on the 15 to 20 position. Then I can able to push it for a ranking on the top one actually at that point. If I don't get rank on the top position, that means I left some of the keywords, underlying keywords left. I have not ranked yet actually. That's what I go for.
Okay.
Got
Very
it.
cool.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
for the listeners on this, if you're new to keyword research, just rewind and listen to it 2 or 3 more times and you'll get it.
So the best way to do it is get down all the relevant keywords, dump it into ChatGPT or Claude AI, and find out if you can able to mind map all the keywords actually. Or you have a data dive. Data dive can able to give like a root plus all the extended keywords actually completely. So you don't have to break your head. I like to do manually because I also do like, I don't want to go into like super advanced side of it right now. There is another level called the semantic level actually, mapping. So if you're super interested, if you're like a data geek, just like me, I'm not a nerd for sure. I will not consider myself. If I can do it, trust me, anybody there who can do it, pretty amazing. So the point is, just type semantic keyword mapping, and you will able to understand what does that mean. I mean, the latest algorithm is more towards like a multi-model semantic mapping. So type it in ChatGPT or Claude AI. You will blown away with that information, and you will able to find out, oh my God, this is what is happening right now.
Insane. Josh, it looks like you're taking notes or something, so I know you've got some questions cooking.
Well, also it's just like when you do get all these keywords, obviously you can plug them into PPC. Obviously you want them on your listing, but is there another place that you should be putting these keywords besides the kind of the more obvious places like title and then in the listing, and then obviously you're going to want to put them also in the photos most likely. Is there any other places that you should be putting these keywords?
You hit on right actually right now. It's a perfect time to ask this question. You remember what I talk about, the multi-model semantic mapping? What does that mean? Is like Amazon does not appreciate you only just the keyword in your title, bullet points, and search term report and all this stuff. They're looking for more than that. They want the content in the images. They want the contextual in the videos. They want the contextual in your reviews. They want the contextual in the Q&As. So I think I've mentioned this before. Let me explain you this actually. So assume that Okay, assume that somebody knows Joshua, somebody saw Joshua somewhere, and they go and then click on profile. They type Google. They went and then check Joshua profile. They want to date Joshua. They went and then checked Joshua, right? But when they go there, they got Colin picture there. They got like everybody picture there, and I'm like, what they will do actually? They're like, this is not Joshua. He's like a con artist. He just want to people. He mess with the people actually, right? So they will get out of that site link actually, right? At that point, you automatically your bounce rate will get increased at that point, right? So then you don't get relevancy for Joshua at that point. So people, you will like go to the lowest relevancy at that point. If somebody comes in and they didn't engage on the Joshua, they automatically goes down at that point. So that's how it works. Let's say that you have a listing in place actually, and you're literally typing the keyword and you're going listing. They're not even looking at the listing. They didn't even like look at whatever it's inside the listing with respect to images, with respect to EBC, with respect to reviews, with respect to Q&As, with respect to videos, and that does not exist. They're not engaged on it. You get the higher bounce rate actually at that point. So what is most important right now is like a multi-model semantic mapping at this point.
Gotcha. Okay. Very interesting.
Now, kind of switching gears a little bit, I also want to hear more about your private label brand, because you're still actively selling that brand, correct?
Am I selling that brand? No, I lost the brand because of my divorce process. Actually, I have not really deeply talk about it because I'm still in a divorce case actually. So yeah. But I'm gonna come up with like a crazy video. It's a disaster. Trust me. I was about to kill myself. I was in a crazy depression. I lost my whole identity because I lived an amazing life for last 10 years. I lived like a crazy amazing life. And one point of time I went down like from everything to nothing actually. Dang. So I build everything back again. I'm building myself back again at this point. But yeah, it's and then I determined this is what I posted recently. It's like I'm the person. 2024 is like crazy. I'm the person who was about to kill myself and learned how to live life actually.
Wow, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know about all that. That's brutal.
Oh no, trust me, it's an amazing thing, right? I mean, I think it's a gift. It's a gift. So they said like, don't congrats me that I finished the race. Congrats for me because I have a courage to start actually. Mm-hmm. Right? Not enough people. I mean, we are like a different breed actually. We have a different courage to. It doesn't matter what happened in our life. We can able to have an ability and courage to take action and then build back where we are actually, and then your comeback is always better than your setbacks. That's a proven fact. If anybody who is going through a hard time, anybody is going through depression, and one thing I would recommend you guys like to do is like don't label this depression as a depression. Well, because the medicine for depression is like a tablet. That's all. I mean, go on and find out what is the underlying pain, what caused you. Is it like an identity issue, or is it like a trust issue, or is it like something that what you're going through, which is means to be, which is like, it has to be some. See, our life has been divided into two things. One is pain and pleasure. If you control pain and pleasure, you control your life. If you control by pain and pleasure, life will control you. So you will either be you're gonna be going through like some kind of underlying pain, and most of the people not willing to chase what is the pain is all about. And I went through crazy amount of things. I buried myself 2.5 hours in the ground. I put myself in like a Tamascal for 3 hours. And I've done like so many shamanic ceremonies I talked to close to 50 to probably 50 shamans, probably like 70 to 80 counselors to find out what the f is happening to me.
Oh my God. Wow. There's a whole nother side of you that I had no idea about, but props
to you
for pushing through, for sure.
Colin, I have one last question here. What gets you excited going into the end of 2025, 2026 as it comes to Amazon?
Oh, with respect to Amazon, man, right now the game is getting more interesting actually. Before, it's easy time is over. Like people who say like, oh my God, the Amazon is like so easy before, right now it's very difficult, right? It's not difficult. It's difficult for somebody who's like, who's choosing gambling in the business actually. And people who's like, people still, there are a lot of millionaires has been created and still in Amazon. That's a lot of people who's like, the people who knows that exactly what they're doing, they still gonna break the ass for people who's like trying to take a flu. The trying to take a guesswork and also look for like a hacks and tricks. They're gonna break them for sure, right? If you're somebody who is like, who have done the business in the past 10 years, past 6-7 years, out of all the guesswork and fluke, you better change your strategy. Otherwise you will be like, you will be like going down. I have worked with like a multiple brands who are like doing like 10-15 millions, and they went down to like 2 million, and they still don't know that why this is happening actually. And they blame it on Amazon. Oh, it's just Amazon, man. It's just Amazon kills you. Amazon has like everything control. This is what it is actually. No, that's not true. See, the one thing I could discover in my life is like, if you win, you need to know why you're winning. If you're losing, you need to know why you're losing actually. Then if not, bro, you're like, you are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs is all about like problem solving actually. If you don't even know how to solve your problem, how to solve the world problem, it's like, come on, like, let's get our shit together actually right now. That's the most important thing I would say. Understand your problem, go back to the core of it, and that's what I'm excited about right now. Why? Because most of the people I work with, it's like they have no idea what they're doing, and then they realize they have no idea. That's the point, is the most important thing. Is like, to solve any problem, to identify there is a problem actually, right? If you don't find there is a problem, you're never going to be able to solve the problem. So don't put your ego inside. Say that, hey, I have no idea. It's like everything is in the here. I'm done actually. Put your ego away, and then like go on and ask people for help. Like, for example, like, come and reach you guys out. Like, hey, what's going on? Can you take a look actually what's going on? If you talk to like 10 people, or go to the right conference, talk to 10 people about your problems, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I love it.
There's always I'm talking about.
Yeah. Dude, you've got me so excited.
I know. Yeah, you always get me juiced up with your energy and your passion. I mean, guys, where can people follow you on the internet, Colin?
Yeah, man, just Colin.Raja is my Instagram. Colin Raja is my Facebook. Colin Raja is my YouTube, actually. Colin.org. I lost .com. I don't know what to do. But yeah, if you guys find any reason, I'm trying to find out. So you can reach out to me those places. And thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Guys, Colin is so knowledgeable, and I am sure if you are in the Amazon space, you will be seeing a new video of him soon. I'm sure on somebody else's podcast and everything. Guys, if you found value from this episode, give it a like and subscribe to Ecom Unlimited so you can stay updated on all of our new content. And we will see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.